Hey friends, I'm Laura Kashner and you're listening to the Simplified podcast. If you're looking for a quiet place where you can filter out the noise and the hustle, this is it. Every week we invite you to slow down and join us to explore practical ways to organize and automate the complicated parts of life so you can focus on what truly matters most. Father's Day is Sunday, and if you are still searching for an amazing gift for the dads in your life, give him a Simplified gift card for a fun daily or weekly Dapper Desk. Our Dapper Desk planners are designed minimally on purpose and feature a stunning leatherette cover. And our fawn cover is so masculine and tells everyone that this dad has it together. Even dads need to simplify. Give him a gift card to shop from our Father's Day collection today. One of my favorite things in the entire world is travel. As much as I enjoy routine every once in a while, I love the magic of breaking away from the familiar and being someplace different from the everyday. Our family has been going to Watercolor, Florida for a while now, and it's one place we love returning to again and again. It's in the Panhandle, right on 30A, next to Seaside. And seriously, you guys, the name Watercolor, so perfect for this little town. There's white sandy beaches with beautiful turquoise water, and at sunset, the sky fills with soft pinks and oranges and lilacs. I just love the beauty that surrounds me there. But I'm not the only one who loves it. My husband Alex does too, along with our three girls, Addison, Molly, and Paige. For our family, it doesn't matter if you're 4 years old or a middle schooler or an adult who pays a mortgage. Everyone enjoys spending lazy days on the beach or hopping on bikes to get an ice cream cone and spending cozy nights together watching movies. It's just the best thing. But you know what? I'm going to be real with you. Traveling with your kids doesn't always feel like a vacation. If you have kids, you absolutely know this is true. Even if you've considered yourself a savvy traveler before kids, bringing little ones along with you completely changes the game. Of course it does. They don't have the experience or the patience or the agency that you do. They don't get to pick the destination or when you're going or how much you're going to spend when you get there. They're sidekicks on our adventures, which means we need to make sure we accommodate their needs and some of their wants while we're all traveling together. I've done a bit of traveling with my kids in my day, and I have a few tips on how to make your trip a smoother experience. We'll talk about ways to make your life easier, no matter if you're flying or road tripping, or if you're spending your trip in the city, outdoors, at Disney, or even an international destination. Plus, we're going to talk about money-saving tips because traveling ain't cheap, you guys, especially when you bring kids into the picture. So here we go. Here are some of my best hacks for traveling with kids. Number 1, tips for road trips. Find a show, a playlist, a podcast that everyone will love. If I was driving by myself, I'd probably have an episode of Armchair Expert or True Crime and Cocktails and be happy. But those are definitely not age appropriate for a car full of girls. So here is what we put on during road trips that we all love. Playlists are our jam. We have Spotify premium account. We have tons of playlists saved that I know will entertain my girls for hours if we can get through all the songs. We usually start with a kids bop song, and then we kind of just see where the playlist takes us. And I usually let one of the girls be in charge of leading if we're going to skip the song or if we're going to go back and listen to it again. We kind of take turns and bounce around the car that way. Or we'll listen to a musical cast album from start to finish. Wicked and Matilda are some of their favorites. And we've really gotten into some podcasts that we all enjoy. Story Pirates, Molly of Denali, which is great for the little ones. One that's called But Why? And I'm really excited to start one that Emily recommended to me called The Unexplainable Disappearance of Mars Patel. We'll listen to that one this summer, and I'll let you guys know what we think of it. If you're up for it, play the license plate game. For as long as you care to play, have everyone search for new license plates and see how many new states you can find. Another game we like to play is called the ABC game. This doesn't really help you when you're out on those like country highways when you are hardly seeing a business open between small town and small town. But once you get to some of these bigger cities, we love playing the ABC game. We see how quickly we can get through the alphabet by finding letters on signage and storefronts and cars. It's really fun. The next tip, hand out the devices with zero regrets. Listen, sometimes you can't find an activity that'll bring the whole car together. Somebody's overdue for a nap, or sibling fights start to rear their ugly heads in the back seat. This is when devices come in handy. Use them with no shame, Mama. I give you permission. This is very much a survival situation, so do what you need to do. Next, don't forget to fill the car with snacks that are special for your road trips. Do you guys have some snacks that you only eat on road trips? You guys know I'm all about the snacks in a tackle box trend, and I'm excited to try that this summer. Some people love jerky on their road trips, other like gummy worms and Pringles. Whatever makes the trip special for you guys, break out the snacks and make sure you bring plenty of drinks too. Stop at your favorite road trip spots or go off the beaten path to see something cool. Do you always stop for a frozen custard at Culver's during a road trip? Do you love stopping at Buc-ee's gas stations for huge clean bathrooms and fun finds? Do you like to make time for side trips at presidential historic sites or finding weird things like the biggest peanut in the world? These are the kind of stops that make the road tripping super unique and memorable for kids. If you're wondering how in the world do I find these weird things or cool stops, try the Road Trippers app. They'll help you find the best food, gas, and activities all along your route. Last tip, if you're traveling with pets, make sure they have frequent access to water. For dogs, you can find a pet water bottle on Amazon, and they're genius. So make sure you offer your dog some water every hour or two so they stay hydrated. If you have a cat, try to make sure they have their water in their carrier, and try to stop for a quick bathroom break every few hours. Rest areas and big travel gas stations are your best bets here. Okay, so that was tips for road trips. Now on to tips for flying. First tip, which huge. Coach your kids about the flight before you go. When kids have some idea of what to expect and what you expect from them, they can handle new experiences a bit better. So if your kid is toddler age or above, walk them through what your day at the airport is going to be like. Let them know what happens at security. Talk to them about waiting patiently and being respectful of others on the plane, like using their inside voices and trying to sit quietly. Pack your bag with your kids' favorite shows, toys, or snacks. Air travel can be overwhelming even for adults who are super experienced at it. So help your kids succeed from the get-go and walk them through what your day will probably be like. And if you're flying with an infant, God bless you. Try to say hi and make friends with the flight attendants when you board. They're more than happy to help you when you need it. You can also see if you can talk to a gate agent to see if there's a bassinet seat available on your flight towards the front of the plane. That can make traveling with an infant, especially on a long flight, a little easier. Next tip, keep your kids' IDs in their easy-to-reach place. Trust me, when you're in the security line, you'll thank yourself for having quick access to all the IDs at once. Our Simplified pouches are perfect for corralling all of these items together. And P.S., if you're going on an international trip, get your passports early. Even if you're just thinking about a destination outside of the country, if it's in your budget, I say just go ahead and get them. It takes about 9 weeks to get your passport, and if you need it expedited, it gets pretty pricey. So if you can, just bite the bullet and get the passports. They're great to have in your back pocket. Last tip for flying. Keep some special surprises packed away that are only for the airplane times. For the older kids, maybe it's a fun card game. We love that game Taco Cat. Have you guys played that before? Or a Rubik's Cube? And for the littles, you'd be amazed how far a pack of stickers and an empty notebook will take you. Okay, next, number 3, tips for the big city. Cities are fun and exciting, but they can be a lot. Here are some of my go-tos when I've got my girls with me. Number 1, go somewhere your kids have seen in a movie or in school. Do you know how excited kids get when they can make the connection that, oh my gosh, that's the Statue of Liberty, or wow, there's the Hollywood sign. Do you know how excited I get when this happens? Same thing with kids. Next, if your kids are bored, find a children's museum. These museums are perfect for kids because they're super interactive. Kids can learn so much because they can climb into a real fire truck or jump on the floor piano as they learn about musical scales. If you've been going to a lot of traditional museums where kids have to be quiet, this is a great way to break from the mold. And honestly, I think I enjoy them as much as my kids do. Next, try a favorite local food. So many cities have food that they're famous for. New York pizza, Chicago hot dogs, Nashville hot chicken. But you can also try a dish with peaches in Atlanta or a Cuban sandwich in Miami. If you're in Austin, try breakfast tacos. If you're in St. Louis, try gooey butter cake. You get the idea. I could list 1,000 things here, but I won't because now I'm hungry and you can Google it. Next, go to a musical. Listen, I've always loved a good musical. If your kids are Disney buffs, take them to The Lion King or Aladdin on Broadway. If you're wondering what shows are kid-friendly right now on Broadway in New York, you can go to Broadway.com and click the kid-friendly link. And you could also check out the local children's theater to see if there's a great show on the docket too. Last but not least, go find a park. Research some outdoor spaces that you can stop through in between some of your other plans for the day. Kids need to burn off energy, so if you can spend 30 to 45 minutes in nature, getting that sunshine, letting them climb on things and chase each other, you'll be so grateful that they got their energy out before you enter an indoor space where those tantrums can feel like a lot.
I'm always trying to do right by my body, so when it comes to my hair and scalp health, finding a product that actually works and is made with clean ingredients always seems like a trade-off. But with Vegamore, I get products that are made with clean ingredients and give me visibly healthy hair. With Vegamore, I can have thicker, fuller, shinier hair, all without the harsh ingredients. I just got the Everyday Kit and I love it. It comes with the Grow Revitalizing Shampoo and Conditioner, which I am obsessed with. It smells unbelievably delicious. And also the Grow Dry Shampoo. Let me tell you, this stuff is saving my life this summer. I can go a few more days between washes and my hair still looks like it has so much volume. It is the best. So give yourself the hair you never thought you could have with Vegamore. For a limited time, Simplified listeners get 20% off their first order by going to vegamore.com/simplified and use code simplified at checkout. That's vegamore.com/simplified. Code simplified to save 20% on your first order. vegamore.com/simplified. Code simplified. Heads up, team. This is your PSA to restock all your bags with all the snacks. Your purse, your beach bag, your diaper bag, your carry-on, all of them. You'll thank yourself later when you've got a stash of plantain chips or gummy bears or jerky or whatever you love to snack on. And when it's time for a big snack restock, I always make sure I place a big order at nuts.com. Nuts.com is your one-stop shop for freshly roasted nuts, dried fruit, sweets, pantry staples like specialty flours, and even more. Whether you're looking for something sweet or savory, you're bound to find something new to try alongside your old favorites. My husband David and I got hooked on the bourbon pecans earlier this year, and can I tell you a little secret? David, take your headphones out. I might order my own batch and hide them. I hide pecans from my husband. That is the kind of person I am. And that is how good these things are. Right now, Nuts.com is offering new customers a free gift with purchase and free shipping on orders of $29 or more at Nuts.com/simplified. So go check out all of the delicious options at Nuts.com/simplified. You'll receive a free gift and free shipping when you spend $29 or more. That's Nuts.com/simplified.
Okay, next, tips for the great outdoors. If you're going to be around water, make sure you bring plenty of gear. Get pool toys and noodles and plenty of snacks and drinks, and make sure you have floaties and life jackets and sunscreen for everyone who needs them. If you're hiking, make sure everyone has comfy shoes and plenty of water and snacks. I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but snacks and drinks are key to any good vacation, and you will always need them. Bring sunscreen, bug repellent, Band-Aids for blisters, even some ibuprofen if you get a little achy. Also, download the All Trails app so you can find cool hikes wherever you are and interactive maps that'll help you stay on the trail. You can also make your hikes a great way to introduce your kids to nature. Use the Merlin Bird ID app to help you identify birds just by their songs. It's incredible. And use the Picture This app to identify plants and trees wherever you are. If you're hitting the national parks, make sure you check in advance if you need a reservation to get into the park. Some of the most popular parks started doing this during COVID and have kept it up for crowd control. And if you're lucky enough to not need a reservation, try to go early in the morning or later in the afternoon to not only avoid the heat, but also to avoid the crowds. Also, if you're planning to hit a few national parks this summer, go online and buy an annual pass for $85. National park entrance fees are normally $30 to $40, So you're already making your money back if you plan to hit a couple this year. And if you're a senior or a military vet, you get a discounted rate. I love that. Okay, on to a big one. Tips for Disney. Listen, we all know that I could create a whole podcast on Disney tips. And if I did, I would bring in my girl Taylor on Team Simplified because she really is the true expert here. But these are a few of my favorite tips. Decide early what's important for your family. Does your kid want to have breakfast with their favorite character? Do they want a royal makeover at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique? Is there a restaurant you love that you want to return to or a ride that you just have to go on? Then friend, go ahead and decide now what you'd like to do and make those reservations as soon as you can. I'm talking months before you enter the parks. Browse the Disney website, use their planning tools, check out Genie Plus and Lightning Lanes, follow the Disney vacay planning accounts. It sounds extreme, but the earlier the plan, the more likely you'll be able to check your must-do activities off your list. Next, decide how much stuff you're willing to carry around all day in the parks. Have you ever stood in the long security lines at Disney waiting for your turn to get a bag searched? Lucky for us these days, you can easily walk through security with your bags. Disney's got incredible scanners now, so the long security lines are a thing of the past. But think hard about how much you need to take into the park. How much do you want to carry all day? Do you need extra space in your backpack for souvenirs? Come up with a game plan now and you'll thank yourself later. Wear comfy shoes and quick, dry clothing. You'll be outside and walking in the heat, so make life easy on yourself. This is not the time to look cute for the gram. I'm so sorry. This is the time to be comfy and enjoy yourself. Okay, last huge thing we have to talk about. Money tips. Add a travel line item to your monthly budget. I don't know about you, but if I can save a little at a time instead of paying off something in one huge chunk, that feels so much better to my brain. So if travel is important for you, maybe think about adding it to your budget every month. Estimate the cost for an upcoming trip and divide it by 12 or however many months you have before your trip. That way, the sticker shock will be a little less when you have to start paying off some bills. Plus, you won't go into debt as you try to make some magic with your family. That's a win-win right there. Credit card rewards are a game changer. Listen, if you pay your credit cards in full every month, then racking up points and cashback rewards can save you some serious travel cash. This is one of those times where you need to decide what's most important to you. Do you want to save on airfare? Then you need to get a credit card that allows you to rack up the airline miles. You could choose a card that's tied directly to an airline like American or Delta, but now there are credit cards like the Chase Sapphire and Capital One Venture cards that allow you to rack up points and transfer them to multiple airlines. That's helpful if you don't have one airline you use frequently. Or maybe you don't fly so much, but you do stay in hotels. If you want to earn a hotel status and get some free nights and upgrades, then maybe you need the Hilton, World of Hyatt, or Marriott credit card. Or maybe you're getting cash back and deciding how you're going to use that money later. That's cool too. Whether you get 5% cash back on groceries or 5 cents off per gallon at the gas station, those little savings definitely add up. Oh, P.S. For all of you Walmart Plus subscribers out there, if you're road tripping this summer, be sure to fill up at Exxon Mobil stations for an extra 10 cents off per gallon. That's such a sweet deal. Okay, I have one final tip for you. No matter where you go, make sure you build plenty of rest into your schedule. Your trip should be fun, and I'm sure you'll be tired at the end of each day, but make sure your vacation is just that, a vacation. Your body deserves some rest, and so do your kids. So try to manage your energy effectively. Maybe you build a rest day or two in the middle of your trip. Maybe you go out in the morning and do some activities while your energy is high and use the afternoons to just relax. Whatever you need to do, just do it. Of course, you want to maximize all the cool experiences you guys could have. Just make sure you have the energy to enjoy these things. All right, y'all, let me say a blessing over you as we get ready to get back to your day. Wherever you go this summer, I hope your adventures make your spirit soar. I hope you rest and play and have so much fun with your people. And more than anything, I hope you make memories that fill your heart with joy for years to come. This is the part of the episode where we usually give you a little tip you can tuck in your pocket and take with you. So here's what I've got for you today. If you need to simplify some logistics as you travel, I have a great idea for you. Try to make dinner the same time every night. That way, when you know that dinner is at 7 every night, you can plan your whole day around that time. You can make reservations for that time slot and you won't forget what time you made them for. Same goes for lunch and breakfast too, if that's easy for you. Oh, and P.S. If you're at a hotel with free breakfast, I cannot emphasize this enough. Take advantage of the free breakfast. Thanks for listening to the Simplified podcast. You can find show notes for this episode over at emilylay.com for more info on links and resources I mentioned here, and you can shop the entire collection of Simplified planners and products. You can also follow me on Instagram at Laura Kashner and follow our brand at Simplified for tons of simplicity tips and inspiration to get you through the day. Plus, go check out our brand new spring collection over at emilylay.com. Thanks for being here, you guys. If you want conversations like this every week, click the follow button on our show wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you like what you heard today, leave a review. That helps other people find the show too. That's all I've got for you guys. Be sure to tune in next week for more simplified goodness. Until next time, I hope you have a great day.